Hi guys. Well, I got here my Gibson 335S Professional. It's from 1980. I just want to do a little bit of a update. I've been working on this guitar now for several months since I got it. When I bought it, it was just stripped out. It had no pickups, no electronics, no tuners, no nothing. It's basically just the wood and the paint. So I put together basically with parts that I had lying around, and I've made a few changes since then. It's been like an ongoing work in progress, probably still is. But yeah, when I first put it together, I had cream pickup rings and pickguard, and yeah, it looked okay, but I didn't really like it that much, so I changed everything to black, which I think looks much better. Um, I had two or three different types of pickups, so a little drawer full of pickups, so I had stuff in and out. And then I found online this outfit called Iron Gear. I had never heard of it before. They're out of the UK, and so their prices were very reasonable. So I bought a set. These are called the Blues something or something Blues. I forget what exactly what it's called, but just Google Iron Gear pickups. You'll find it. They're excellent. They're great. They're supposed to be more or less what the PAFs were, Gibson PAFs back in the day. You know, everybody does a set of those, so some are better than others, but these were priced right and they sound good, nice, clear, and everything. So I'm happy with that. And the cool thing too is these were covered when I got them. I popped the covers off, and one of them is double cream, the other one is zebra. So it seems to me it's like it was back then. You know, they just reach into a box of bobbins, pull out whatever, slap them together. So sometimes you'll get double cream, sometimes you'll get zebra, you might get a black one, all black. I don't know. It's whatever's under there. So I think that's kind of neat. Nice nod to the way things were. But yeah, the electronics, when I bought the guitar, there was a hole here that was plugged where the switch is, and there was a big hole here where the switch had been. This toggle had been there, and then two other plugged holes that you can just make them out here. Two other plugged holes. So, and this hole was plugged. So I put it together with the switch here, the main toggle here. And I don't like it. It's in a really awkward spot. You keep reaching for it. You knock the volume knobs and whatnot. It's just, it wasn't very well planned out. So I could see why somebody moved it here. I just don't know why they moved it back again. So anyway, I put it back here, and I had a hole here. I just took the plug from there and I put it here. So I thought, well, what can I do with this? Because I got three holes that I could really use. So I thought, well, I'll just put a phase switch in it so I can change the phase of the pickups in the middle position. So that's what I did. And the jack is supposed to be here. When I got the guitar, I didn't realize that. Never occurred to me, and I didn't have one of those long barrel type jacks that goes in here. And I don't like jacks that stick out the edge anyway, because you're sitting down on a couch or something. It tends to sit up, it'll bump into the couch and hold your guitar at a weird angle. It's going to get caught on stuff. I never liked that. So I decided, well, I'll put it here. So I drilled a hole and put it in here on the front like an SG, and it's much better. So I did that. And the bridge and tailpiece are just whatever I had in my drawer. I'm not even sure what brand they are, but they do the job and they look the part, so it's good enough for me. And got down a bit at the other end here, truss rod. It did come with the original truss rod cover, but I like just plain, so I put a plain black one on there just for aesthetics. And on the back here we have some old Tulip and Grovers. These, again, I had them kicking around. These are older ones. I think they're from the 70s or 80s or something. I bought them for another project and I didn't use them. So they're really cool. It's got the volute there, like guitars from this era did from the Norland years. And brass nut. These originally came with a brass nut. This had some kind of plastic thing in it that I didn't really like. So it wasn't cut very well and all that, so I took it out. And I had this brass one in my drawer, in my parts box from something else that I can't remember even why. So I took a little filing and a little bit of love to get the fit in there, clean up the slots, and now it works great. So we'll move over to the electrical parts. Let me get you a little closer. As we can see, there's four pots, CTS pots. Got the angled switch. Really, that's the only part I absolutely had to buy when I was building it, because I didn't have one of those. Caps, I don't know. I found them online, and they were 015 or something. They came from a place on eBay. I forget what it's called, but the guy does what he does. He strips out old radios and old hi-fi sets and whatever, and finds salvageable parts. So he's got some great stuff. So he had these. I thought I would give them a try because they were pretty cheap. It was like $10 for the pair or something, and they sound good. Yeah, they really do. Here's the switch for the phase, and I've got a couple of treble bleed circuits in there as well. So when you roll off the volume a bit to try to clean up your amp, you don't lose the high end. So frequently with these, when you roll off the volume a bit, try to clean up, you lose a little bit of high end and it gets a bit muddy. With these treble bleeds, it doesn't. So I just made those out of a little capacitor and a resistor. Put them together in parallel, and there, Bob's your uncle. You can look that up online. There's tons of stuff about that. And yeah, that's about it. Came with the cover, of course. It's been shielded in there, and we can see here too. Here's the cover, but it's been shielded as well by, I guess, this outfit here. How about that outfit there? We can see it a bit. Back a long time ago, I'm guessing, just because the shielding is all soldered. It's not the sticky stuff. So yeah, anyway, that's about it. She's a beauty. She's a player. You know, you can tell from the looks of it. She's got her fair share of battle scars on there, and she plays great. So I'm really happy with it, the way she's turned out. There might be the odd change here and there going on, but basically this is the way it's going to wind up. This is how it's going to stay. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in there. Any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.